This presentation is regarding my future and will answer the question, how will I use the ideas from this program moving forward in my career? What are you going to do with the degree in that? This remark is one of the most common and most frustrating questions people ask college students. Many students worry about making the most of their education after graduation. Yet, no matter the major, attending college will change your life in many ways. Whether you are a liberal arts student learning about Japanese art history or a science major trained to dissect the human heart, the classes a student takes throughout their college career will give them the skills they will put to use every day. Having a college education does not always mean getting a job in that desired field. The skills one learns and practices every day in their classes are applicable in many situations. Have a project to complete? Use the system you relied on when writing a tough term paper. Need to get along with a coworker? Think back to that frustrating group project you completed freshman year. As a customer service representative, I spend my days on the phone solving problems and soothing frustrated consumers. My only interaction with the computer is recording notes and customer complaints in the call center software. Most people think I do not use my degree at all because of my current job. In reality, I think my education has been preparing me for difficult situations very well. I treat each customer and their problems like a new programming language. My job is to figure out what little tricks will make them happy and solve their problems effectively, or as I would say, make their program run perfectly. Even if one has a major that seems specific to one field, they can apply their knowledge to other areas like I do. I put my education to work by comparing situations in my everyday life to problems or tasks that I have learned from my college experience. Whether someone uses the novels from their literature class to solve their friends' dilemmas, or to examine a crisis at work like a field experiment from their biology course, you can use the knowledge you have gained in the classroom to navigate tough tasks in the real world. Although I may not be a creative writing student, reading and writing are a huge part of every job, and employees really appreciate college graduates who know how to do both well. Currently, I am also responsible for drafting emails, taking notes in meetings, and often summarizing documents for my supervisors. My paper writing talents are put to use every time I take a writing task. I have become an expert at communicating my thoughts and findings in words by treating work documents like a college paper. Plus, after a couple years of taking notes in class lectures, I have become able to grasp what is important at work meetings easily. Throughout the many classes I have had here at Cornerstone University, I have paid attention when professors have shared anecdotes about their own careers or life experiences. These stories that they have told are great examples of how education can be applied to everyday life. Every class I have taken throughout this college program thus far has taught me valuable critical thinking skills, leadership skills, and people skills. I have made several lifelong friendships and have learned to work with many different people in many different ways, that even though we did not agree or see eye to eye, we were able to complete what seemed like the impossible task or project. Whenever I am confronted with a problem, I will immediately be able to put my college degree to use as I figure out a solution. It might sound obvious, but a college education is very useful when pursuing future studies. I consider myself an expert at studying both in and out of the classroom, and I also know how to balance school and life very well because of this program. Throughout this specific course, I have learned that assuming can cause all kinds and sorts of problems. It is better to get all of the information first before making a decision. I have learned that I need to get right with God by honoring God, who is moral, competent, just, and decent. I will be able to be and stay moral, competent, just, and decent as a leader. God sees and knows all, and by performing according to His will and word, I will be rewarded through Him. I have learned that in order to be an effective leader, I must also learn from my mistakes and change my thoughts and actions in order to not make those same mistakes again. I must truly be willing to change my actions, thoughts, and beliefs that were a part of that mistake in order to truly change and not make that mistake again. If I do not believe I have actually made a mistake, there is a chance that I will make the same mistake again. This course has shown me that I must be clear and concise when relaying my vision, values, and performance expectations. If one's values, vision, or performance expectations are not clearly stated, as a leader, one would not be able to justly hold those under you accountable for not meeting the deadline, goal, or expectation. If you do not clearly define what is expected, how would anyone be able to determine what is being asked of them? I have learned that it is so very important to hold others accountable for their decisions and actions, but more importantly is how that accountability is delivered to the employee. As a leader, one should not be disrespectful in tone or delivery. Too many leaders that I have dealt with through various companies are not aware of how disrespectful they can come off through their tone and choice of words used. I can take constructive criticism as long as I do not feel belittled or attacked. I work with character one step at a time when it comes to bad character in leaders. Leaders who are fake, flaky, lazy, or grudge holders are very difficult to work with in general. One must always be wary of the answers they receive and be careful to keep track of everything that has been done and said in order to receive proper credit when due, as well as save themselves if trouble should ever arise. Personally, I try to remain aware of my words and actions. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If I give an answer, I am straightforward and do not give a gray area answer. It is either yes or no, and each will come with an explanation as to why I answered that way. If your employees can't rely on you or trust you, you as a leader will not get very far. As an aspiring leader, I hope to reflect and practice the leadership characteristics of trustworthiness, dependability, and forgiveness, along with clear response and direction. All of these characteristics play a major role in how they affect the organizational culture and productivity of a company. If I was an employee of a leader who could not be relied upon because they have been found to make false promises, caught in a lie, hold a grudge, or give unclear expectations or directions, I then, as that employee, would have a hard time meeting the expectations of that leader. I would not nor could not trust that leader's claims as to what would be expected of me or my teammates. Having bad characteristics does not make for a productive team, nor does it make for a conducive culture within a company. Bad characteristics can promote stress, gossip, lack of trust, and frustration. Honesty and communication are key to high effectiveness within an organizational culture and help promote high productivity and morale. This course has showed me that there truly is a difference between a manager and a leader. I found that I, as a leader, should serve through character, competence, compassion, and consistency. My favorite is consistency. Being consistent allows a leader to be fair, and all employees know what is expected of them and the consequences involved every time. Employees of any organization truly need and deserve leaders, not managers. With all of this insight that has been provided, I will be able to apply it throughout my own daily performances and tasks, even if I am not a leader yet in my organization. This specific course has taught me that I must act the part if I want the part, or in other words, I must walk the walk in order to be able to talk the talk. Going forward from this program, I will be starting my bachelor's program. I am hoping that with the completion of my bachelor's degree, I will be able to earn more money. I hope to earn this additional money by moving forward into a new position within my current company. I am hoping to move into a position that will allow me to use my skills that I have learned throughout this business program. I know that the actual field or course of study my degree is in does not greatly affect my chances at my current company, but I know that with a business degree, it opens up a broad range of possibilities and opportunities for me and in turn, my family. The position I move into does not have to be one of leadership, but instead one that will allow me to practice all of the skills that I have learned and fine-tuned throughout my college career here at Cornerstone University. Having a bachelor's degree in my company will open many new doors and opportunities for me. There are so many positions in so many different fields that require a bachelor's degree as a requirement at my current place of employment. I currently have over 10 years of experience with my current company. Having that bachelor's degree will allow me to meet the one requirement that has been holding me back for any possible advancement in a new employment opportunity within the company. I am excited and looking forward to completing my degree, but also advancing my career and learning new things within my current company.